Okay, we're back, everybody. Just had to take a bit to rebuild my house after these numbnuts blew it to smithereens.
Hey,
Listen.
how do you think I feel?
It was right there, ripe for the blowing and upping.
And the Blastomatic is right over there.
And
You guys should be thankful that at the very least my computer was not caught in the blast.
As far as we know.
Otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good now. Like, finished off. Like, I don't have to be quiet as much as I was the last time. Oh, is that barrel at the tip top of DK Island yet?
Barrel at the tip top of DK
If you
Island.
use the jetpack with a Diddy, I remember there was like usually a banana barrel over there by the tip of his like little cleft.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that?
It's one of those things where
Hey.
it would be invisible to the naked eye unless you actually got super close to it. Thank you, 64 draw distance.
That's weird.
Oh no.
Open wide, boys. It's lunchtime.
Feed 'em up, boys!
I also, if this worked out properly, have an update.
Oh, on what?
An update on...
Let me double check one more thing over here.
Is it to do with a tool?
fairies?
Did Sam finally start answering your calls?
No, although Sammy for some reason like asked me which video game characters I simp for because she's been playing Tomodachi Life in like anticipation for the
new
sequel.
game. Yep.
And apparently I decided to like ask out one of the characters, whoops, and now she wants to try and like change into a different character.
Oh.
Banana. But yeah, I think unless there's gonna be some huge like we screwed up and let's reverse everything, I think Nintendo actually allowed me. I did it.
You did it?
I pre-ordered a Switch 2 bundle.
Cue the fireworks!
Oh!
Ow.
Let this not be an endorsement for Nintendo's current antitrust policies and practices. I just want to make sure I can play this Mario Kart game like
Let
30
this
bucks.
not be
by the way,
an endorsement of Nintendo's
guys,
key
real
Reddit
quick,
card.
Yeah.
Real quick, do my eyes look okay?
They look split.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a tiny little slint, but I don't think anyone's gonna be all pissy about it.
If you say so. You know, my eyes have been feeling rather funny since the surgery.
I'm very self-conscious about that kind of thing.
And last other thing, did you get the peanut gun thingy across the way from this island?
Peanut gun?
Did I
Yeah.
forget to actually do that?
I don't know. I remember I fell asleep last part, but I just know that over there, across at the source of the waterfall.
Oh.
Wow, I did forget this.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, I really am a peanut brain.
It's all good. I'm just glad we remembered. I only remember this because of the archipelago having me have to keep trying to come back there until I got the peanut gun. But there you go, another freebie.
You know, this is what happened with Diddy's surgery. He got that whole slit in between his eyes, but at the cost of a little bit of his brain.
Jeez. I think you can make that with a good DK long jump.
Whee!
Uh-oh. Did we already open up that Chunky Kong door back there?
Chunky Kong.
Pretty sure we did. Actually, yeah, I think as far as like all the
Yeah, you
cages with golden bananas in them that require a certain Kong in their gun, I think we're pretty much covered.
Nice.
Yeah, I see the button is pressed.
That's good. I was confused. I thought the cage door's still up. But this is good. And then since this is now officially the next level in rotation, it means we're going to finally get some new upgrades this time around.
At last.
I will say, though, I am no longer feeling gloomy. In fact, I am feeling funky.
Hooray.
All right,
Because today, we are going to explore the extravagantly named Funky Forest.
Hey, nice spawn camp.
Are you
Damn,
ready
I
to
really-
funk?
Damn, I literally sniped that one. That particular banana fairy gets pretty damn fast if you don't catch it right away.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, can we do the mushroom thing at the top of on the ceiling yet?
Oh yeah, actually we can do that. I
Mushroom thing?
barely noticed that.
Oh, that thing.
So this is something that, you know, kind of goes without saying. Every Kong has a specific color attached to them, and that will apply to all the puzzles you come across in this game, especially with this mushroom here.
So we need the Kong associated with red bananas.
That should have
I
hit.
said red bananas.
Come on. There we go.
Oh,
That one looks yellow, so I want to say DK.
it's a Donkey Konga
Then
Blue,
blue
which is for
Lanky.
Lanky,
for the GURPS.
for the tromboner, and now it's green for Chunky.
It's got gangrene.
And now it's
Oh!
time for purple.
Oh, I was afraid that if you shot it with the wrong thing, it would just revert.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
worried
it's
about
so-
that.
And now it spawns a pad with Chunky's face on it. Though there's just one problem.
Where's Chunky?
Oh, he's right here.
Oh.
The only problem is, we don't know how to actually use this thing yet.
Oh no,
We don't?
that's right.
Nope.
That's not until this level.
Oh, you're right.
Yep, actually, you want to say, actually, it's either this level or the next one. I forget.
It's either this or the next one.
It better be this level because there are, I believe, some golden bananas that require us to use those pads.
Hey, those are
Yes,
pretty
they
cool
do.
bananas. Time to see what those
No, I
furry
get to be. I don't.
freaks
I
are
get to be
up
loud
to.
again now, Iki.
What?
I get to be him again.
Okay.
Cook in sight. Where are they?
Oh.
Ooh.
And then there's just Lanky being Lanky.
Oh, what's that?
You don't even
I got
recognize
him, I
your
got
own
him.
enemies.
Munch, munch, munch,
Little
munch,
voice
munch.
lines are so.
Yahoo! Come up here and get me, dummies!
Well, that's just not sport. That's not sportsman.
You! Get up there after him.
But I can climb.
Then you'll learn, won't you?
Oh, he learned.
Goodbye!
Oh!
I'm surrounded by fools.
I forgot that there was a cutscene for K-Rool in every level.
Yes, there is, actually.
Yep. Also, now that I think about it, now that I just saw it all play out in front of me there really quick, James, I never realized that I think Donkey Kong with the cast of goons in this particular game feels very asterisk-coded.
Kinda does. I mean, you got these super-powered simians who, well, actually have their strength naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, granted, you know what? Not completely true. Throughout the whole game, we have been drinking Cranky's secret potions.
Hey,
Cranky.
wait a minute.
Cranky the Druid.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
that-
he essentially is the druid of DK Isle when you think about it.
Pretty much.
I just realized something, you guys.
What's up?
What's that?
This forest isn't funky at all. Funky's in it, but it's full of fungi.
Yeah.
Exactly. This place is full of fun guys.
Except for that beat.
That wasn't a guy, that was a mushroom.
Icky, you're a fun guy, but this does not mean you are a fun guy.
Oh, I
Damn,
wish I
what's
was.
What's that supposed to insinuate, mister?
I'm not fun, and that's okay.
I will never be fun, and that's not bad.
I remember getting bear hugged during that climax.
By whom?
By a
Well,
friend.
just Ralph saying that as he's like plummeting down to the volcano.
No,
Yeah.
but did you hear what Icky said, Hype?
Well, I thought he said he teared up at that climax.
Oh my god!
Wait, is that what you said, Icky?
What?
Is that what you said that you teared up?
No, a friend got teared up, and then she bear
Oh,
hugged
okay,
me.
yes. Yes,
Because
okay,
I was
because I want to make sure,
concerned,
because between what Hype said and what I want to make sure I did not just actually go insane. Yes, no, Hype, actually, what he said is he got bear
watch out!
hugged during that.
Oh!
So, you may have already noticed, to get inside this cave, we needed Tiny with her feather gun, and at the end of the tunnel, we find another gate, which requires another Kong to open up.
And then behind the gate, you see that there's a purple banana literally just right there.
Welcome to Rare's design philosophy for the next couple levels of this game.
Ugh.
And
Kind
why
of.
Tag Anywhere, again, genuinely just seems like that was
Ooh.
what it was. Oh,
Please help me. Those awful tomatoes have eaten all my friends, and I'm the only one left. I'll give anyone a nice banana who could sort them out.
Alright, well,
simple.
why don't we?
Tomato.
We have the right chunker for the job. Take him out. Oh,
That's scary.
These are some tough tomatoes. Oh,
And that was a very delayed ground pound.
at our current strength, even we can't take out these killer tomatoes. So
Can you not
we're gonna have
just
to
shoot
take
them
the green
with
bananas and, huh?
Can you not blow them up with ring?
no. They are that tough.
Oh
Those
dear.
are some scary tomatoes.
Not even the power of music can stop them.
Soothe
Not
the
even
savage
music
beast.
can soothe their
Oh
souls
boy.
because
Oh
they
my
don't got
lord.
ears.
Chunky need help. Funky.
Chunky need funky.
Dude,
Yo, chunky dude, you're just in time. Hit me up with 5 coins, and I'll upgrade your shooter. Give me the word, huh?
sure.
Homing
nice.
ammo!
Now we have homing ammo. Listen to this, chunky dude. All the Kongs and shooters now pack homing shots. Collect some red supply crates and start blasting.
He means rad supply crates.
Yeah, I start blasting.
So would this help Chunky take out tomatoes?
It just pauses. He drops whole
I
accent.
don't deal with vegetables!
He just drops whole accent. You pissed off the tomatoes?
Chunky, you better get out of town. This is serious.
He drops the sunglasses. His eyes widen.
Holy shit, dude.
No, okay, this is how we do it.
Yeah, we gotta be hunky in order to take out these chunky tomatoes.
His eyes widen, and underneath the shades are like the most animal eyes imaginable. And just the voice change you mentioned just makes me think back to that one Captain Hook video.
Yes.
Where he just looks at the Fortnite skin and goes,
Oh,
What am I looking
what a relief. You know, I don't like it here anymore. It's always raining. Take me to a nice sunny spot somewhere else, and the banana's yours.
Okay, Chunky can do that much.
Oh,
Always something.
splendid. Careful now, Chunky. I don't want any bruises.
Okay, back to you, Hype.
well, that was just it. I just think that video is funny.
I love the bit so much. I can't be doing this, me. What am I looking at here?
Wow, this is a nice area. I could definitely get to like living here. Oh, the banana, you say? Well, if you could move my things over from the Goodwill, then maybe I'll
And then
give
Chunky
you the
just reaches
golden-
inside the window to grab it himself.
It just
I could
grabs him
say-
with one
I
hand.
could sure use a bit of interior redecorating.
I'll take a bite out of that.
This isn't a game, you know.
It's always something.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, this is a problem.
Yeah, so the main mechanic of Fungi Forest, as you're going to be noticing all throughout the area, is that certain areas are blocked off depending on the time of day.
But what do we do about that when there's no in-game clock?
Oh, there it is.
Well, that would actually be very evil if that was the way you had to play this game. If you was to use the system clock, and only then could you do things. Again, the archipelago is very nice in that they trigger a state they refer to as dusk, which is basically just every door open all at once. Wonder if I can find anything to plant here. Thought Tiny. Okay,
Thought
So,
the clock,
yeah.
yes.
Somewhere in the level you might find something.
so we gotta find another clock.
Well, I'm pretty sure we could find beans in Cloud Cuckoo Land, but that's not until Banjo-Tooie.
Dude, if we could plant a banana tree and just solve all of our issues right now.
Yeah.
Isn't that just a freaking plot of Super Monkey Ball, Banana Rumble?
Well, planting a big tree.
I don't know. I haven't played it.
I wanted to be the super happy fruit, whatever the hell the thing was called in Yoshi's story.
Super happy tree.
Yeah, the So Happy tree.
Or known by its much better name, the, what was it called? Like the tree, like the
tree of
something
mirth.
of mirth. Yeah.
Oh, from the remake.
I'ma just stick
Yeah.
to
It was like
So-
it was a prototype name before they stuck with Super Happy Tree,
A very poetic kind of name.
which I really wish they kept, to be honest.
Yes,
I'm just gonna stick with calling it the So Happy tree.
Aww,
happy.
so happy.
I mean, it is a tree, and it is very happy.
So happy.
And I didn't even realize trees had emotions.
So yeah, as far as that whole day and night cycle is concerned, this clock here in the middle of the hub actually does have buttons that can change the time of day for us. Observe.
You know, come to think of it, why wasn't this called Click Clock Wood?
I don't know.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's a fair question, considering there is a whole click clock here in the very middle of the forest. Though it's also funny you bring that up, Iki, because originally Fungi Forest was made with Banjo-Kazooie in mind before they shifted it over to Donkey Kong 64 instead.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was an early level design, an early level concept
Honestly,
that
I
they were
can see
going to
this.
include in Banjo-Kazooie, but decided to replace it with a different level.
Honestly, I can
That's
see
fair.
that. So, at this juncture... Nice.
Yeah.
So this juncture, what's our plan of attack now that we see how this whole thing is gonna work out? You know, do as much as we can in the daytime and then switch to night.
More or less, yeah.
But there are some instances where you're going to have to switch between day and night to accomplish one task.
Rapidly?
several times.
That's not.
If I remember right.
Yeah. There are some cases where you will have to resort to that,
An
unfortunately.
imposter.
That's a flash room.
Yes. But if there is one benefit to Fungi Force's map design, most, if not all, of the banana port pads do lead back to the central hub.
Thankfully, yeah. And each room here feels, distinct or unique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at least a little more distinct than those that were in Gloomy Galleon.
They're easier to track.
And I mean, I'll say this much. Even if this level's not that much better about the back and forth, I think what helps it is that I honestly think the overall atmosphere of this level feels a little easier to absorb.
It's a lot cheerier.
Yeah, in fact, I'll say this outright. I think Fungi Force is probably one of my favorite tracks in Donkey Kong 64.
Aesthetically, at least.
Fun little fact that we can maybe take advantage of, James.
What's up?
If we go on the, and you'll know it when we get to it, if we go on the Funky Minecart ride, it automatically changes the time to night.
Wait, really?
Oh,
Oh, you're right!
well, then I think I know what I'll be doing the moment I'm ready to start doing that task.
I totally
Alrighty.
forgot about that.
The other thing, basically, I'm trying to look up because the other thing I'm trying to find is I want to try and find for James to show it off the secret charge pad that nobody knew about because it was too hidden in the
Too
tall
obscure.
grass.
Oh my god. Can you believe that?
Also, I almost forgot. Fungi Force is also home to another one of my least favorite early rare tropes, in that...
A very infamous mission.
Yeah, which... Remember that bullshit in the original Banjo-Kazooie where it was impossible to completely clean up Gobi's Valley and Freezeezy Peak on the first go?
Without the
Yeah.
shoes.
Uh-huh.
Either the shoes or the... basically, the abilities from both of them were required to accomplish the other.
I'm trying to remember what it was specifically, but
Right.
you get the speedy shoes in Freezeezy Peak to use in Gobi's Valley.
Yep.
Right.
And
Not
in
fun.
Gobi's Valley, you get some other ability
The,
that you
long-
can use for Freezeezy Peak.
I believe
Yeah,
you get
the
beat
important
bomb.
thing is... Huh, nothing happened.
What?
Oh, well.
That's weird. What, I just whipped the guitar out for nothing? What a ripoff!
Hey, look on the bright side. At least you didn't have to. At least you didn't waste any music points in order to do that.
You didn't? Oh right, it's a freebie
Yeah,
if you're on the pad.
Right. That's like the one minimal thing regarding the instruments that I think Candy alluded to when you first get your instrument. But when you play your instrument on a musical pad that aligns with your own, it doesn't waste any musical points.
So why are we playing some sweet tunes while we're tiny?
Why not?
This is gonna be another little
Squawks!
gimmick of this level, is that every time you do it, you're actually summoning squawks.
Hold on tight, here we go!
In you go.
Sorry, I thought I was the bird, but
Nope, you're other things.
Hey, there's one. Listen, he's a bird of a feather.
he's a bird of a different color.
That's issue.
I suppose. So, who'd
Oh,
have thought?
nice.
Termite mound. What I thought was a termite mound was actually a claptrap mound.
And there are claptraps everywhere.
These claptraps are a lot more well constructed because their teeth and tongue don't chomp after you kill them.
Yeah, purple claptraps thankfully don't have that.
Also, what's that?
It's a bean.
A bean?
Tiny Kong was mentioning something earlier, Icky Kong, that she wanted to plant something somewhere.
But
Kong.
where?
Kong.
Where?
Oh. Whee!
And that's it for our time here on the termite mound.
Okay. A termite mound filled with alligators.
Let's go ahead and start that particular quest, and then, be blue ball, because this is something we're gonna have to come back to later.
Are you sure it's worth our time to do it here before?
If we do it now, we can at least not either. Okay, so I'll just spoil this much. Remember the boggy race in Freezeezy Peak?
Yes. And I hated that.
Same deal. First race is technically, you have to do 2 races with this guy. The first one won't count. The second one's when you get the banana. Oh, hey, Lanky. I heard you're a bit of a mover, but how about a good old-fashioned running race around my obstacle course? First back here wins the trophy.
There's a trophy?
Oh, but I see. But thankfully, compared to Banjo-Kazooie, it'll save that you did do the first race.
Yes, it will,
What the?
thankfully.
Look at this little
Oh, thank
bastard.
goodness. Okay, because that was what I was mainly worried about, is you'd have to like go and do like the first race over again. But that's nice that they keep it saved.
Yeah, thankfully they don't do that.
This rabbit's uglier than the one from Hoodwinked.
He does have a
And he
very...
was played by Andy Dick.
He's got the face only a mother could love.
And even his mother questions that.
I mean, either that or a guy or someone who who. You know what? Never mind. Joke will work.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Everyone gets one.
Someone who would name their own kid Dick.
Well, Dick is his last name.
I
Yeah.
banged the desk accidentally. Well, children can be cruel.
Did he just kill that clump?
I think the rabbit ran straight through him.
Jesus Christ!
Yes, the rabbit can kill any Kremlings in his way.
That's terrifying.
Whether it's with his running, either through his running prowess or just the again, that scary face of his.
You
That's
just-
That horrible, horrible face.
and there we go. Not bad for a lumbering ape. I wasn't really trying, so you can't have the trophy yet. But I need to get my breath back before we race for the big one. So take this consolation prize instead, and I'll see you later.
Or I
the
have a
consolation.
better idea.
What?
Cocks his blowgun.
Wow. Okay,
Jeez.
I guess I'll just.
Blue banana bunch coins. You know, at this point, these things are borderline worthless.
You have 100 of them.
Great.
You know what? Just for the fuck of it, let's attempt the second race.
Wake up! Rapid pressure below, wake up!
Let's show him up once for.
Oh, how'd you get there?
I'm ready for you this time, Lanky. Make it 2 out of 2, and I'll hand over my trophy.
And if you don't, then I take back the coins.
Can't do that.
Okay, you can take them back. I don't really need them.
Here we go.
So watch and be amazed at how much faster the rabbit is than you.
What the
Oh, yeah,
fuck?
you're doing a... Man.
Yeah, we can't catch up with him no matter what. Eventually he's gonna phase out of existence and be all like, "Ha ha, you're a loser! You can't run much faster than my grandpa!"
And I've got a gun!
You know what? Screw it. I'm not feeling it anymore.
And he's like, well, I could run through a clump without killing him.
Oh,
Try
there's
something here.
What the?
Wait, that counted? Huh. You know what? Let's just go to the checkered flag. Pretend I
Yeah,
actually
fuck
won.
it.
yeah.
Maybe it'll count
And-
just because we feel
There
like
we go.
Aw.
Man, that's so funny! My grandpa can run faster than you!
Oh, you even remember the insult.
Oh my god,
gosh.
he was a ghost.
TTFN!
I don't feel so good, Lanky.
Good.
It's like, my grandpa can run faster than you. Do you want to join him?
Damn.
Would you like to?
So there we go.
No thanks. That retirement home's kind of cramped anyway.
And my arms are too long.
Here, let's go take care of that seed there.
Why not? Since the only other reason we'd be here is if we wanted to make it night and grab those extra coins there.
Yep. So here we. Oh no, the tomatoes.
Oh
are
god,
back.
the tomatoes are back.
Yeah. Don't worry about them. We don't have to mush them no more.
Okay.
They're very dangerous.
And they're probably bad for you. Oh, look, I've got a stock and some leaves at last. Come on up and collect your reward.
Fuck?
Yeah, I don't like this thing.
Yeah, speaking of faces only a mother could love.
So
you gotta get up
once
there,
again, we're gonna need a little feathery help to get up high enough.
I was
Yes.
expecting something way creepier.
Well, it's just, I don't know. It's just not what you would expect from an enchanted magical beanstalk.
You know what? Between that beanstalk and the bunny, who do you think has a worse face?
The bunny.
I don't think the bunny's that bad.
He's terrible.
Listen, listen. If you got the skills, you could make a bunny with that kind of face look pretty all right. I mean, yeah, look at me.
But you're not, buddy.
No, but I drew a bunny once.
And 2 in 1 day.
You don't have hair on your chin.
I gotta get a
Don't think of
raise.
it. Hmm.
Here we go! Up and up and up!
Yahoo!
Easy does it now.
A little to the left.
Coming for a
Right,
landing.
right.
Left.
Left.
There you go. Simple enough. Just a cutscene.
Piece of the cake. That's really all there is to this rainy place, so let's go dry off elsewhere.
Thank you.
Let's go home.
Where was that pad again? There it is.
Lord knows I don't know.
Okay, so hear me out.
Yeah.
Beatnik Lanky Kong.
Beating it lanky.
Yeah.
That would be pretty amusing.
Just smoking a cigarette, snapping his fingers. And his absurdly long arms.
Come to think of it, out of all the DK crew, who do you think? I mean, not even like limited to just this game. Who do you think would be the most appropriate to be a beatnik?
Mikey.
Tiny.
You say
Bluster
you
Kong.
say that. I was tempted to say either Dixie or Tiny. Yeah,
Bluster
I say
Kong.
Bluster. Yeah, I say Bluster Kong.
Bluster.
Yeah, he's too
well,
uptight
yeah.
to be beatnik.
Okay, how about the TV show's design of Candy Kong?
No, that's 80s Soccer Mom.
Exactly. She's just freaking
Betty.
Yeah, Betty. Thank you.
Jamie Lee Curtis and a fish called Wanda.
What?
I don't know.
Let me see. Where was it? Ah, there it is.
What's what? Ooh.
This whole area right here, which
But
we can cheese thanks to the Tag Anywhere mod.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because clever. Because normally you would have to end your journey. I almost thought
I
that fell
thought I was
down.
gonna fall off.
I was expecting it too.
But hey, nice. Now we don't have to worry about coming up here.
Nice.
Sunday.
Majestic.
Oh,
Graceful. All right, let's get ourselves some new powers.
So, back again, eh, Chunky? You're looking a little shorter for Scout.
Chunky need hydration.
Hydration, you say? Well, lucky you. You've come to the right place. You interested?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, drink up.
Can Chunky have blue raspberry this time?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Now,
fantastic!
now the
Oh,
only
no.
thing that I wish they would do is I wish that the mod would allow it. So now you've done this, it would unlock for everybody.
What
Super
the
Saiyan
what
Slam?
what
Yeah.
the Super Saiyan? Oh no, the just one. Actually, that single drink does apply to every Kong.
Oh, okay.
How?
Thank goodness.
Yeah, that's always been there since the base game.
So is that all? Is that all Cranky and Fungi Forest offers?
I
Yep.
think so. Yeah, like I could go there with DK right now, and I could hold my hand out, expecting an offering, but he's gonna be all like,
And he just spits in your hand.
"Sorry, buddy, I don't give anything to freeloaders."
Come back when you're a little more.
come back when you have a real job.
And that's when DK started his mining career.
What the hell was that
Freaking
noise?
motorboat! You just freaking motorboat away, hype. Just.
Was that hype?
Yeah, I was doing the whole like, come back when you're a bit.
Oh.
You had to really think on that.
Actually, I wonder if
Chunky.
because it just now dawned on me because I'm thinking of freaking Futurama again, like the Chamber of Understanding, and I'm wondering if
It's
Billy
just a
West could.
disco ball.
I wonder if Billy West could do a decent Cranky Kong.
I feel like Cranky is a character he could do in his sleep. Yeah.
Good news, everyone. You're all fired.
Kind of like that. And oh, hello, what we got here?
Ooh.
Boom.
A blue bouton. And I saw that
Oh,
timer
no.
pop up. It's
Yeah.
already going.
And wait a minute, I fucked up.
What happened?
Why?
I forgot to open up the. There's supposed to be a can in here. The only
Yeah.
problem is it's not active yet.
Oh.
We gotta use something that would have been really annoying if we didn't have the Tag Anywhere mod.
I mean, the tag barrel is literally right behind you.
You know what I mean, shush.
Annoying.
No, I don't.
Huzzah.
You know, I'm surprised the game didn't have a spasm over me launching so many multiple types of ammo all at once.
I mean, do you think it can only render one bullet at a time?
Well, no, it's not. That's not what I mean, Iki. It's just the fact that notice how I shoot my gun and then swap to the other Kongs in rapid succession.
Oh, so like you'd expect the ammo to switch to the other kind of ammo.
Right, because this game's being fair. This mod's pretty rigid as far as how much you can get away with before you're allowed to start swapping characters again.
Which is commendable, considering there are a lot of things that you could, irreversibly break.
Exactly. Which is, again, it's just all the more reason why I'm surprised that they actually let you do that, like, in such rapid succession. Anyway,
Whee! Yahoo!
this is what I meant to do.
Whoa-hey!
And ta-da.
And he sticks the landing.
But will he do it again from the top?
Huh.
No, he won't.
Oh, off the rim.
Oh,
I was hoping he would just fall into pieces by getting sliced by the vines.
It's like, did you feel something?
yeah, just the explosion. He's like, "Excuse you."
Do you mind? I'm trying to have a fall here.
I also didn't realize that you doing the twirl thing just negates all fall damage.
Well, it's only
Yeah.
because you're slowing down your fall.
It's weird, because I could have sworn, like, when I used to play this game as a kid, that was something you couldn't do. But I guess, either through the mod, or maybe I just misremembered. No, like, whenever you do activate the ponytail twirl, you negate all fall damage.
Hey, James, man, what's that tiny button?
That tiny button opens up another barrel.
Ooh.
This time, you can't entirely rely on the cannon to help you, so you better hit it.
Nope. Yeah, doing actual climbing.
Also, I like how the ladders act as vines.
Oh yeah, no, they're just straight up.
Like they have,
Oh.
they have the collision and everything.
I think from here we go left.
I believe so. And if there's a yep, we're going the right way, and with just enough time to spare.
Fancy twirling. Here we
Yeah.
come.
Here we come! La 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 la! Ooh!
Coins.
Finally, a nice platformer one again.
Monetary gains.
Finally, a fun challenge again. Again, I just think it's kind of a bummer that there aren't that many bonus challenges that are actually just straight up obstacle courses like this.
Unfortunately.
Like, most of them are very much of the very, like, out of the box sort of like minigame challenges. Which, not all of them are bad, mind you. It's just, sometimes you get your beaver bothers, other times you get the one where you gotta shoot the bananas but avoid the
The
Kongs,
slot machine one.
and the slot machine.
Oh,
one,
crazy calamity or whatever.
Clamor, yeah.
KKK. Oh.
Yeah, they could have done a better job of thinking that one over.
Alright, so we're already 3 bananas for Tiny.
Yep.
Yep. Tiny's eating good tonight.
While the other Kongs are left to starve.
Well, not for long, because now it's time for Chunky to hoof it up to the top, because most of the bananas you'll be finding are for him.
Oh.
He's a special boy that gets the special dining privileges inside a mushroom.
Oh, zoom out the camera already.
Sorry.
Sorry. Didn't mean to go so, snappy about it. Just like,
You stop
it was
that.
getting tricky to see. Cut that out. Ah,
That was the way with the bonus.
So-
Now we just go on this way.
So,
And, what's up?
so good news is, yay, I'm pretty close. I'm actually, if this works out, I'll be able to get a Switch too. Yay, and be ready for
Yippee
Bonanza.
skippy.
Hooray!
Bad news.
You and me
Bad
both.
news. What's the bad news?
Out of the love for my sister, because I love her very dearly, and it is her birthday, I'm going to be seeing live-action Lilo and Stitch this weekend.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
So I will be able to report from the ground floor, or ground zero, or whatever
You
it
could
is.
give us live reactions and annoy everybody else in the
I
theater.
will not do live reactions, but I
Yes,
will
you
at least. But no, but okay, it's gonna be a family thing. I'm not gonna ever live stream something I'm at. Be like, guys, look at this. Oh my god, that's such.
Guys,
live
look
in the
what they
moment
did to
experience.
Look at all that. Look what they did to Jumbo. Man, that poor man needs to shave.
Get a haircut.
They need
just
to blur
saying,
out. They
you're-
need to blur out his nose. Yes, hype.
For what you're having to endure for your sister, she better appreciate the heck out of you for this.
You better fucking
will,
worship
she
the
will.
ground you stand on.
There's also the simple matter
Oh,
of.
hey, look, a pad just for me.
But what was I getting at? It's like, I guess there's also the matter of who's paying for the tickets.
Not me.
This is a cool skybox. Oh.
Yep, there it goes. It's the closest thing we get to to a sticker brush symphony area. But
I mean, Bramble Blast is also accurate.
okay. But yes, I'm gonna.
Ugh.
I'm going to from that moment. I'll tell you how it was, what I thought was good, what I thought didn't work, and how absolutely none of my opinion matters because it's gonna probably sell like hotcakes for people.
I mean, if the Snow White remake didn't undersold,
No, it undersold.
then I don't know what to expect from this.
No, that's the weird thing. It did undersell, like, a lot.
Like here's the thing, because it undersold to the point where Disney straight up said, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do any more of these. But I get the feeling that like whatever success the Lilo and Stitch remake is gonna get is gonna make him be like, you know what? I guess people do like these. Maybe we should keep doing it.
But then they made the decision is like, hey, remember that Morbius guy? Maybe we should do that, but with Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
That was funny to me.
Hey, that's not a DK star.
Oh, that's actually a bonus barrel again. But what was I going to say? Just this again. Here's also the thing to keep into consideration. Comparatively speaking, Lilo and Stitch is the much more successful brand. So,
Oh yeah, literally next to Mickey and Minnie, like Stitch has been probably their most profitable original character ever.
Right.
Not Elsa?
I mean, you know, retrospect, it kind of helps too that, for all intents and purposes, he literally is an original character for Disney. It's not like an adaptation of anything.
Right, so it's full legal
I mean,
rights.
when you're a Kingdom Hearts summon for Kingdom Hearts 2, you know you've made it big.
And the other good thing is nice. And the other good thing is, and I mean the other like silver lining I should say is the fact that like it looks like Stitch pretty well, and they did get Stitch's actor to continue playing him. So
Right. Like, at the end of the day, that I'll give the movie props for that alone, but otherwise I'm just not really interested.
Yeah, it's like the most I'll say is that like Stitch himself looks, for the most part, fairly on point. The person they got playing Lilo doesn't seem bad. Like, she seems like a perfectly fine choice in her own right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, like I'm not gonna give the girl that's playing her any sass because to be fair, that's one of those things where you kind of have to just take what you get.
I like that they're attempting to hire as many of the voice actors from the first movie where they can, like, appropriately, which is neat. I know Matt brought to my attention some concerning things about Nani, but otherwise, like, I mean, at worst, I'm probably gonna be kind of checked out, and I'm expecting it to just not hold up to the original.
I mean, you're already off to a bad start when they try to make the ice cream guy a native.
Yeah, considering that kind of like gets
to clarify
rid of the point of why he works.
Right, or why Lilo took many photos of him to very quickly give context before anyone starts to immediately take to Twitter of he
was a
what?
tourist.
No,
He said what?
it's the fact that he's supposed to be a tourist. That's the whole, because there's a whole like, it's very brief and it was never fully explored as much as the people wanted to. There's how Chunky would get his thing, but there was always a sort of underlying like theme of like identity mixed with like belonging, especially when you're in an island that some people treat as a tourist trap, including you.
Yeah, so when you have natives witnessing, like, these complete bozo tourists, it's kind of like an unusual thing for them.
Right.
Right. And I mean, honestly, it is just kind of a bummer in general, because you can even tell, like, even for the first movie, that Disney's always had some, issues with the core ideas behind Lilo and Stitch, considering how much they've been defanging it over the years.
Yeah.
Though at the same time, you could also just argue that, most people remember Lilo and Stitch. I mean, at least and the kids especially, they mostly remember Lilo and Stitch. Mostly for Stitch. But,
yes.
Even then, it's also the matter of, like, it's still a very heartwarming story with the both of them. And,
It has a rock-solid emotional core.
I know that.
Exactly.
I know that another. Oh, hang on, blue balloon.
Hello?
I know another thing that.
What the?
Another,
How are you supposed to see that?
Another nice thing that Archipelago does is that, or at least the mod does, is for these balloons that may be in darker, that may be in a darker lighting, they also put the Kong's face on the balloon if you want, so you can better tell what color or which Kong to use.
So in that instance, you just see Linky's floating bug.
Yes. Anyway, the other thing that I know Matt brought up that is a potential concern is that, is the fact that, oh hey, look what's that
Homing
red
ammo.
box.
Yep, homing ammo is essentially the same type of ammo, but it's red, and it homes. Observe.
Whoosh!
Almost.
Unfortunately, its accuracy is the best.
That was incredible.
it can't follow quite as tight of a turn like the briefcases in Hitman, but it does the job. But what was it? Nice. But also the other thing that I think that I know Matt brought to my attention is kind of like meh is that unless I can report back any differently, they may be changing Cobra Bubbles' character to be more of an antagonistic force as opposed to being a childcare worker like who was caring about Lilo, and that's why he was at some points like at odds with Stitch.
Like, I imagine what they did is, they took, like, the twist of him at the end, where it's revealed that, like, you know, he's not just a social service person, he actually did used to work for, like, the CIA and whatnot.
Oh, nice, I was on balloons, too.
Yeah,
Like, he's a former CIA operative.
Right, I imagine the remake people looked at that and goes, yeah, that's much more cool than just being a social worker. Why don't we just show that more often?
Because when you do that, it removes the thing that made him, like, cool and, like, unexpected.
It removes his character.
Like, the whole joke of, like, him, like, Roswell, 1973, would not have been as funny if we already knew he worked for the CIA. Like, you look familiar. And, like, had the whole thing, like, and the whole bit of, like, ah, yes, you had hair then.
And also, like, the one gag
what
at
did
the
you
end
do? Like,
that...
oh, yeah, aliens invaded. Save the planet by convincing them that mosquitoes were an endangered species.
Which it took me a couple of years to realize that it actually tied it back to, like, Pleakley's whole fascination with the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny, and so, it's funny because we don't expect it.
It's a layered joke.
Then I'm also not really, like, expecting... Like, I'll say, yeah, my expectations are not really high for Zach Galifianakis to take over for David Ogden Stiers
Right,
as
like...
Jumba.
Like, he's a good actor, don't get that twisted. It's just that, you know, David Ogden, he has such a distinct voice that it's just, even with the accent he puts on, it's just so distinct that it's really hard to, like, properly replicate. You know, it's kind of like with Robin Williams going from him to Dan Castellaneta. It's like, you know, Dan's certainly doing his best, but he's no Robin Williams.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But here it's like, but I will say at least,
remember your colors?
Know your Kongs. Know your Kongs.
You even have the flashy little swingy spotlight.
You know, I have to wonder how agonizing this had to have been for players that were colorblind.
Oh dear.
You're right.
I feel sad now.
You'll be fine. And then green and blue. So the other thing is that at the very least you could make the argument that David Castellaneta, Dan Castellaneta, being quick to point this out, that also kind of irks me about these later stages, James, is that
it's time, boys.
Right. Crazy Kong Glamour.
I hit 5 of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's the problem. It now happens so quickly, it doesn't get a chance.
What the hell?
I think he's doing that on purpose.
Yeah, it's the only way. Is this just always been a case with emulator? Oh,
No!
Sorry, Chunky. Is this always been a thing with the emulator, James? Like, or the Wii version, or was it this bad even in the N64 release?
Oh no, in the original, this was all built with the N64 speed in mind, because when you make it any faster, it gets a lot harder to do.
I love the fucking awooga face Diddy makes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Upright.
Also, it's kind of funny to hear the music in slow
left.
motion. It feels like I'm watching
Down
a
right.
YouTube poop.
It's necessary though, and on the Wii U, upright, and on the Wii U, the only way I could do that was literally with pause buffering.
Question mark?
Yeah, pause buffering or use your emulator slow-mo speed in order to take that out. Otherwise, it is damn near impossible to clear.
Yeah.
But anyway, so...
And, you know, all things considered, a part of me wouldn't mind if this game ever got some sort of, like, soft remake treatment, or just a slight touch, or, you know, just, you know, a minor touch-up if it's even possible to make it, you know, work. Like, you know, it's kind of all the reason why, truth be told, I'd love for this game to get the recon treatment.
That'd be really neat.
Yeah.
Exactly, recon!
But yeah, my god. Okay, but also, really quick, so the other thing, so the reason why I was going to complain about there is that in these later stages, they're going to start doing this thing that I do kind of, and I'm kind of a bit meh about, which is, I don't know which game it was I'm thinking about. I know
that is one fast B.
Nice. I know Game Grumps covered it at some point. I just can't remember. No, I remember now. It reminds me most of Mario Sunshine. in that like you'll have these like big long puzzles which in and of themselves almost feel like challenges themselves, and your reward is another challenge.
How are you supposed to see that up there?
Yeah, that means we gotta get ourselves a rocket.
Rocket!
If we actually land in the barrel, I'll be...
Sploosh.
Phew.
It would have been funny.
But, it's the fact that, like, you'll do those rooms, and it's like, there it is, that big puzzle. That would have awarded you a banana, but the reward is another minigame challenge.
Or just a special stage where if you die, you just... I don't know.
Which I don't think it's... I think it's supposed to be the other way around. I don't know. Meanwhile, you'll have bananas where the puzzle is just shoot switch with the right ammo, and then it's a banana. Like that, like there, you could have put a bonus barrel to like add a bit more oomph to it, and I don't know.
Hey, James,
I kind of
man.
already got some. What's up?
Can you jump on those mushroom kremlings?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Oh, you can!
Look at that.
You can.
we learn.
Fancy that?
All right, there we go.
Straight to
Yeah.
the top.
Unfortunately, the archipelago didn't really do much to improve
Oh
how,
my
the,
God.
how the jetpack works. It's still a little finicky.
I love how the barrel's just barely out of reach.
A little bit.
Kinda, yeah.
Also, is this a new one?
Now we've seen it before.
Oh no, we encountered this before. This never gets much harder than the first time.
Just make sure to reload and just spam the melons whenever.
And always pay attention to the moment they yell out, "Help!"
My issue. Yeah, sorry. To get back on that is my issue. Hype is that Dan Castellaneta at least he tries to sound like the genie. Tries to like get that same like tone of voice and register as what Robin did. Where I worry that from what I'm hearing in previews and in the trailer that I think Zack is just gonna be Zack.
Probably.
That sucks. Remind me. Oh shit. Remind me. Who played Jumba in Speedstorm?
Oh gosh, I actually don't know.
Because I remember him sounding pretty on point.
I'd have to look that up because like I don't know his name, but I do know like he is just like a regular. I want to say he's like a regular impressionist that Disney usually gets.
Let's see. I'll look it up.
Woohoo!
Oh my god. Oh,
Okay.
I see. So fair enough. Okay.
Well, that was a thrill!
Okay, I'll look this up.
What a thrill!
Complete with the fucking falsetto.
Alright, Disney
God,
Speedstorm.
that does make me... Man, just imagine that for a minute. For a moment. Chris Sutherland's Diddy Kong singing Snake Eater.
Yeah.
Peter Michael.
Yeah, Peter Michael.
Oh, he's actually.
Okay.
Oh, he plays the king of the. I think that's him reprising his role from another Doom game, but he plays the king of the. I believe he plays the king of the Mjolnir.
Are we doing the thing?
those...
Are we doing the thing? Are we doing the thing? Are we going in the well? Are we doing the thing? Are we going in the well? Or going in the well?
Calm down, devil down.
I love this bit!
Yes, we are.
Yes!
But yeah.
It's time for our second minecart section.
The Fungi Forest Frantic Fraternity.
Oh, grab 50 coins. Enjoy the roller coaster. Don't die.
Be careful not to die!
But yes.
It should be said, Sharky, this course hasn't been kid tested yet.
So
Yeah.
jump, watch for the bell, activate the gates!
Yeah, it seems here
Uh-oh.
he's in that new Doom game hype as well as the king of the Doom Warriors, I think.
I think that's something that might appeal more to Doug than me. I'm not a really big Doom person.
Okay, he was Lord Farquaad in the recent DreamWorks racing game.
I replayed the shit out of this
Nice.
minecart stage when I was a kid.
It's fun, but it's easily... Honestly, I'll just say this outright. I think it's probably the trickiest of the three.
It's the trickiest, but it's also, like, the most thrilling, I'd say.
It is. Oh, and watch out for the red bell.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Green means jump, red means move on.
He impersonated Iago in that,
Once Upon a Studio?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Also, since Chunky is, chunky, you can actually tilt the minecart left to right and jump with the minecart in tow, as opposed to Diddy Kong. Ooh!
Yeah, Diddy can only jump out of the cart. The Chunky just jumps with the cart. I want to say DK, once he gets his section, also jumps with the cart.
Nice.
But yeah, Once Upon a Studio, honestly, to this day, still probably the best thing that Disney's made in the past couple of years.
Yes.
Very much agreed. It is literally the only really good thing that came out of Disney.
Ooh.
The Disney 100 thing.
Spooky.
I don't know this. Hang on, I'm gonna do one more check as well because I don't know if this is the same character. I believe if he is, let me do this person really quick. Hang on.
You know, I want a Hot Wheels track based off of this.
Oh, okay,
You know,
yes.
I'm amazed there hasn't been like a Hot Wheels based off of the DK Minecraft
Yes,
stuff.
he was.
Or a Lego
What's
set.
Huh?
Well, I mean, there was a Lego set, but it wasn't
Oh,
like...
that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad.
Oh.
Okay,
Nice.
it's not that bad.
Well, no, you get more
Yeah.
coins out of
But,
it if you do it that way.
We did it!
Woo! First try too.
First try.
Hey.
Ugh.
You're more agile than you look, Chunky. What?
But yeah, in the Spiral Remaster, the Spiral Reignited, he was the voice of. Uh-oh, I went boom again.
I was the
God
boom
damn it.
again.
Huh.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh, I thought
who
it was
was the
supposed to
numbnuts
turn
who said that?
nighttime.
It's supposed to
I
be
was about to
night.
say, who was the numbnuts that said that it would become nighttime here once we were done?
I'm going to that fan wiki page.
I regret to inform you, Logan and or Hype, but it's actually pronounced OUCH! I went boom again.
Well, I think he's going off the reignited pronunciation.
Oh, fair.
Well, I'm going off of the Spyro I know.
But also, geez, okay,
Right.
fine. All right, I'll redeem myself though, James. Get these bananas, then jump off the roof.
This roof?
Yes.
What other
Okay.
roof?
So then go to your right. Get those bananas if you can't. Ah, it's fine.
Oh.
All right, we'll get them this way.
Just like a balloon. Ascend to
And-
the heavens.
All right, so there. Go that way across the river.
Foresee your tomb. Huh.
Oh, this river? Okay, hold on. Well, let me touch that first.
Yep. Head to the Kong.
One.
Head to that mushroom in the Kong bear over there. And then go in the tall grass between the two.
Oh, the tall grass between the...
Between the shroom
Yeah.
and that thing.
First, get up here.
Oh.
Wait for it.
This?
Wait until you go a little bit to your left.
What are we
A
looking
little
for?
up. We're looking for a part.
Oh, I think he's tilted.
See you
yeah,
on the slant
over
there?
here.
Yep. There it is. Release.
People didn't know about this until it was data mined only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, because it's like, how were you ever supposed to know? Unless you like found like, oh, why am I at a slant? But even then, you'd be like, oh, it's just...
Why am I slightly elevated above the grass?
So there you go. I'll redeem myself slightly there, but I'm gonna make a harsh edit to that wiki page that claims that that's how this worked.
Mr. Wiki, you are a stinky liar.
You were a stinky winky.
I'm gonna make a Wikipedia edit with extreme prejudice.
That wiki page is not gonna know what hit it.
I'll be right back.
Kill him
okay.
with extreme prejudice.
So yeah, this particular area is probably where we're going to get the most out of our nighttime shenanigans, but in the meanwhile, let's see what we have to expect.
Well, there's a crack in the wall over there.
There is indeed a crack on the wall over there.
And we could go
You
inside.
know what? I'm trying to think which way would be more optimal, but...
I like his little
what's the-
tiptoes.
what's the harm?
Yup, smell.
That's good.
Chunky smell sawdust. Sawdust usable for egg.
Achoo! That's right, Chunky allergic to sawdust.
Chunky allergic to orange. Especially when orange is instead green.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I wanted
All
to make sure
right.
to do this.
This is a weird instance where we actually have a boss fight that isn't a boss fight.
That is true. You could say it's a mini-boss.
Or a boss, just not a major boss.
I mean, I guess it's funny in retrospect because, yay.
Ooh.
I guess it's funny in retrospect because, thinking about it now, that boss we'll be encountering is about as long as a typical boss would be, so, yeah, it is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it was scrapped for a different one. You know what? We'll go into the boss later, but they could have used this for the world boss as opposed to what we're going to actually fight.
I'll be perfectly honest, I think we probably dodged a bullet, because I'll be honest, that boss we'll encounter at night is, kind of a one-trick pony.
And that's why it was reduced to a minor boss.
Essentially.
Ooh, is that a steel keg?
Alright, I want to say I can do this now, so, well, you know what thou must do, Chunky.
But oh, there it goes.
That lovely little tune will activate the watermill.
I was about to say, what happened?
Did you know that Chunky Kong's name was short for Chunkalicious Kongi Dude?
Chunkalicious Kongi. You know what? I wouldn't put it past these developers to do something like that.
Logan would get the joke, but not James Man or Hype.
I feel like that's a name he would only use in productions not suitable for children.
This heavier than it looks.
What this cake full of?
Chunky lift boulder with relative ease, not steel barrel. Steel barrel, not fun of rock. Also, if I remember right, this thing makes a shit ton of loud noise.
Yes, it does. So those that are sensitive to loud noises may want to turn this video down a few decibels.
In fact, mute it for the duration of the video.
We'll put up a visual disclaimer to let you know when it's done.
Ooh.
No, you know what? No hype. No hype. It would be an audio cue.
So we got 3 leverers, and we got a banana balloon.
Well, I say we'll pull up a visual disclaimer. Oh boy. Well, my thing is, Jim, I said we'll pull up a visual disclaimer when it's done, because, you know, they still would have the audio turned off in lieu of the scary noises. How else would How else would we let them know that it's okay to unmute now?
James Man, is that Braille on the floor?
Yep.
Are we gonna unlock the Reggies?
The what?
You know, the Reggie trio.
I think this was just before the Reggies.
James Man, don't stifle my dreams. You want to know what the D in DK stands for? Dreams.
Listen, Iki. The thing about dreams is that they're supposed to be fulfilled at a later point in time.
Oh, so dreams are meant to die.
Oh, I mean, Iki, we're just before the turn of the millennium.
Yeah, it's 2020 fish.
You mean this isn't 1999?
You mean I'm not talking on a blocky cell phone?
Oh.
You know, it's kind of a blessing in disguise that this whole, this dumb shit I just didn't break the coding in half.
Oh,
hey,
dear.
wait a second.
What's up?
So the conveyor belt wasn't turned on. Oh, there's the steel keg. What the fuck just happened?
Oh no, this is just another one.
Oh.
Oh,
What the hell?
That just combusted.
Yeah!
As you do. Now we just gotta do that one more time. Which, thankfully, there's a steel keg right here that'll let us do the job.
Chunky no like heavy lifting. Except for Boulder. Boulder friend.
Junkie say no to alcohol.
Boulder easier on Chunky's hands. They got folds.
They got polygons.
They got bumps and edges that are easier to grip. It'd be like rock climbing.
They know judgmental on Chunky Kong's faculty.
Chunky Kong just want to feel it with his warm hands.
Boulder understands Chunky feelings.
Actually, yeah,
You
I
know,
think we're
Boulder,
almost done here.
Chunky, you've never felt this way about Boulder before. Me feel like we are very close together.
Chunky Kong has very conflicting feelings about this inner diatribe. Who's the real Chunky?
So, Boulder, you seeing anyone?
Where is this even going anymore?
I don't know. I'm just
Trying
going
to have
until I
fun
get
in Funky Forest.
I'm just going until I get a reaction out of someone, but I don't think it's working.
Maybe that means we should switch to plan, G.
What's G stand for?
Gong.
They're gonna make me go in here to get the blueprint, aren't they?
Are
Damn
they?
it. Yeah.
Oh no.
I think it's time for boys. I think it's time. It's time it's time
To take a nap.
to turn the dial.
It's time for time.
Exactly. Time for tit for tat.
Pit for pat. What you humming?
Nothing particular. Whoop. Oh.
For that matter, where the heck did Logan go?
Did you hear me? He's going to edit that wiki page.
Oh.
That is a true point. Also, you can thank me later for activating
back.
the day and night cycles early. Speaking of the devil,
Oh,
hey,
there you
welcome
are.
back.
It is nighttime.
It's after
I'm awake.
midnight. Do you know where your Kong's hanging out?
Do you know what time it is, Logan? We've been worried sick about you.
And now we got vampire bats!
I'm telling you, when he edits a wiki page, he is zoned in.
Not to mention, we got skeletons.
Yeah, I do appreciate that they don't bother you with they don't trouble you with the same cutscene of watching the bird go tweet every time.
Yeah.
Right. It's only the first time you hit both those buttons.
And it's in real-time transition, too.
Yeah. Again, this is a very ambitious game that they made.
Yeah, very ambitious. Again, it's just one of those things where they kind of could have, shed some of the fat.
You know, it feels so good that we don't have so much dead air because we're drowning in water in the previous part.
That is true. And alas, this is kind of what I was dreading, is that, unfortunately, the way to Snipes' place is closed at nighttime.
Well, because he has sleeps, too.
Wait a minute, it was closed at nighttime, but wasn't the whole reason we changed it tonight is because it was also closed during the day?
No, this place is closed during the day.
Yeah, let's go check
Right,
out
The
Donkey's
Briar
show.
Patch. I really like how spooky this level becomes at night.
I mean, oh yeah, no, I do too. Like, it's not quite to the same degree as, say,
Don't
Mad
do
Monster
it.
Mansion.
Oops.
Ow!
No, even there.
Oh, right. Even the flooring where the switch is.
Even the button is trapped?
My bad.
Yeah, you can do it.
Can't believe they laced the button with brambles.
There's like a stray Lego on the switch, so we need to make sure we're invincible before we try to step on it.
And he can't not just step on it.
Okay, there
Come
you
on,
go.
DK. You were an athlete even back in the rare days. Don't go giving me that crap.
Maybe wondering why we came up here for 3 coins.
Because it's 3 coins that we didn't have before.
Maybe wondering why James jumped off the other side of the thing.
To get this blueprint.
Oh, fair enough. Alright, here, let's go get our... Well, we'll get it later. That's a tiny one.
I mean, while we're here.
It's purple.
Again, one of them's gonna hit.
That's when James Mann ran out of patience.
And feathers.
And then he realized that he's not even a doctor.
Oh.
I don't think he's even a real doctor.
Yeah, that would explain why he kept insisting that we call ourselves dirtbags.
No, screw it. I'm just gonna do it barefoot.
It's not gonna work. I don't think... Yeah, it is just...
Yeah.
You need to be invincible. Oh my
No.
god, you don't have to be.
Oh no.
If that kills me, I'm gonna laugh.
We're in a very dangerous setup here.
Oh my god, we are close
Jesus
to
Christ!
Get some melons. Get some melons.
death. Make a break for it.
DK's just in like a full body cast.
Oh dear.
Oh, watermelon crate over there.
But there's a guy with a club over there.
Oh!
Oh, I was... Woof!
My gosh.
Thank you, invincibility frames.
Okay.
His life flashed before my eyes.
That was a much more intense death animation than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah, no, it got crushed.
No, his head gets crushed.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
a simple simian slam.
Who's that handsome mug?
Okay, well, that gets...
Hey, good looking. What's cooking?
Hopefully
not bad.
something banana-y.
Aren't you a handsome devil? And he just starts kissing the picture of himself.
on the ground.
He kissed the ground he walks on.
You know, I'd love to stay and chat, but I haven't been offered a banana cream pie yet.
I got a swing, baby!
You deserve to have this timer challenge fail for that.
Hey, I'm
That's
not the
right,
one
it-
playing.
How about I call you later, B? Can I have your number?
You know what? You're right, Logan. I should have called it a coconut cream pie.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he will accept banana cream pies as well, because, bananas.
He even sings about it.
I shower you with coconut cream pie. It's like they had to have known what they were saying when making those lyrics.
They didn't because it was originally in French.
Yeah, because, the French version apparently was a lot more raunchy before it got translated.
What was the French lyrics?
Because it's only in France.
Because French.
No, what were the French lyrics like?
I don't want to know.
I don't remember them offhand. I just remember there was like this video detailing like the history of the show, and like apparently at one point when it was originally written in French, they had to rewrite a lot of the dialogue when they like dubbed it in English because a lot of it was like not only raunchier but also to a slight extent racist too.
Racist?
But mostly in way how they portrayed the whole notion of like Kongs versus Crocs.
Oh.
Interesting. Though speaking of French productions, my mind was fucking blown apart today.
What?
Yeah.
So, lately the guys and I have been doing a whole Asterix marathon, and we've been having a ton of fun with that.
Uh-huh.
Been showing a couple of my friends the movies. They've been enjoying it a lot.
Come on, both go in, both go in, both go in, both go in. Yes! You there, suckers!
It's a good thing they move at molasses.
Thank goodness. And
they explode.
But yeah, let's just say, do you remember that whole controversy around the original Rescuers movie?
Yes.
No?
About a certain key frame that was too lewd for the Disney kids that somehow made it to the theaters?
What is this about?
So the Rescuers, the one with the two mice, there's this one frame where they're like, it's like right when they're doing the like fall down, like take off from New York City or whatever, from the Pelican.
I just love takeoffs.
And when they're flying and, the male mouse is like, oh my god, like hanging on for dear life. If you look closely, like in the original release, when they're like zipping past window after window after window, it's like, I can't see the ferry. There's this ferry in the way.
Oh, come on, the
Move out of the way, Farrah. I'm trying to get this ferry.
Looking.
I was like, the ferry was clearly there in that.
Oh, come on!
That should count.
It's literally right there!
You know what? I'd be a lot more pissed off if I didn't have more film.
But
There
yeah,
we go.
so while they are,
Well, they're going past every window of the plane.
yes, while they're going past the windows, if you pause on the right frame, it turns out that in the window, I don't know if it was like a poster or if it's supposed to be.
I think it was a poster.
A poster on the wall in this window is just a topless woman.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm. Now, naturally, later re-releases would censor that part, but otherwise, yeah. Let's just say some Disney animators who already got the pink slip were very livid that day.
And they wanted to stick to the mouse.
Exactly, or to the man that manages with the mouse's face.
Yeah.
Michael Eisner?
Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does this topless babe have to do with Asterix, since that was what we brought up initially?
What does it have to do with French?
Well, let's just say it has less to do with topless babes and more so bottomless boys.
Bah.
Do we dare let Iggy know?
Let's just say that in one of the earlier Asterix movies from like the 80s, there was a blink and miss it frame of Obelix with his unmentionables exposed.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we're not flashing it on the screen. We have more dignity than that. Whatever dignity we have left.
I mean, you guys might, but I don't.
It's like, this is YouTube. What makes you think we'd get away with that crap?
The fact that there is, like, endless amounts of AI-generated garbage aimed at kids.
So I will say, now that we are at this point in the game, James, is there any other reason why we want to get banana medals?
100%. That's more or less it.
Ooh!
Oh, the light squad.
We got a bird.
Yep. Squawks has come to fulfill his original role back in Donkey Kong Country of
Again,
being
though,
a flying lamp.
Look at the lighting!
Yeah, again, this was on the N64. This is something that wasn't... Ow.
And if you fall down,
He slipped.
back to beginning.
You know, with effects like this,
I remember dying a lot during this sequence.
And were you saying it?
I was about to make a jab. I'm just trying to remember what the thing I'm making fun of is called.
Some kind of French cartoon?
No, it has nothing to do with French this time.
Oh. Does it have to do with Dutch?
Not that I'm aware of.
Does it have to do with gorillas?
Or monkeys?
Well, it involves the monkey we're playing right now.
Was it involved with Diddy Kong then?
Oh, wait. Hang on, I got it.
Also, to clarify on something we brought up earlier, Iki, these types of bats, like the 2D ones that are like 2D
The
sprites,
brown
they're
bats?
completely harmless.
The 3D ones that fly by, like, only one single bat flying towards you, then you have to be worried.
Yes, those are the ones that hurt.
Oh.
And we did encounter one earlier.
Okay.
I think there'll be more in the Crystal Caves.
I don't think they're in the Crystal Caves. They are in Creepy Castle, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's another threat that you have to deal with that's not necessarily airborne, but right above you in Crystal Caves.
They need practice.
Ugh.
Speaking of French cartoons,
Yes.
you guys ever want to watch, you guys ever in the mood to, rewatch the entirety of Code Lyoko?
I forgot
Not
that was
really.
French, but I do like the idea. I do like the idea of Code Lyoko.
I haven't watched that show in, years.
Its theme song was kick-ass.
I remember
Lyoko is one of those
there was
shows-
an episode where they almost got killed. They literally show one of the characters, dying by a fucking xenomorph.
A lot of them almost died in a lot of ways, but go ahead. Back to you, James.
Honestly, Code Lyoko is one of those shows I just remember catching every once in a while, just because there was literally nothing else on TV.
That's fair.
Really?
I remember liking it. It was basically, I'd argue, it was basically this generation.
Thanks, Banana Fairy.
Yay.
Oh, never mind.
No,
Screw
goodbye.
you, Banana Fairy.
Oh my god, how are we
Get back
supposed
your
to see
banana-
anything?
Get back to your banana silk.
Thank
Yeah,
goodness we
dude.
were far enough away that we could snipe it. It
Ray
is one of those
tracing,
things
that's what I
where,
was
like-
trying to say.
Oh, there you go.
Ray tracing. Okay.
Sorry, I was
Oh.
making a joke about, with the lighting here, it's with games like this, who needs ray tracing?
Who needs Ray-Bans?
I do actually wonder how. I do wonder how.
Meh.
How?
Oh, I remember now where my
loading.
brain. I remember where my brain was going. Was that I feel it because of what it was doing. To me, it always felt like this generation's reboot, with the blend of CG animation and stuff as well.
Kinda.
It wasn't
know what?
fully
I
CG,
haven't
of
seen
course, but
Reboot. I haven't seen much of Reboot, but that's a show that I want to try and watch someday.
I think Reboot is culturally significant for was it officially the first CG animated show?
Fully CG at least.
At least one of them, at least.
It predates Donkey Kong Country by 3 years, I think.
And I
Yeah.
remember it having to be, I think, decent enough that I think it got 3 seasons or maybe just 2.
I know there was a time skip between either season 2 and season 3, or 3 and 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
Also, maybe
So
wonder
there's
why we're
some-
here. Why James is suspiciously arming himself up to the teeth.
Because the moment we hit the switch,
Unleash the bees!
close. Bats.
Oh no.
These are the ones we want to be watch out for.
Oh,
Yeah, they're like zingers, only a lot faster.
They got angry teeths.
Which again, make sure you unlock the homing ammo, and this challenge is where it is.
Okay.
Wow, that's... You know what, truth be told, that's probably the quickest I've ever dealt them.
Nice.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
and once
go.
you get the homing ammo, this challenge is pretty much a gimme.
Yeah. Only downside with the homing ammo is that if you're trying to aim at something that you don't really need to, basically it's one of those things where its auto-aiming properties are both a benefit and a curse.
How do I get out?
Here we go. I won't have to worry about actually leaving this place the way I left Gloomy Galleon, because again, the darkness of this place is, thematically cool, but you can't see shit.
It's palpable. And yet there's still blue in the sky.
It's almost like, you know what it is? It's almost like playing it's almost like watching Alien versus Predator, but in video game form.
Huh. This is the first time I ever heard that comparison.
Real talk, those video games are actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, the original, like the arcade Capcom game, that's fantastic, and thankfully you actually can't see shit. You know what it is? I got my things mixed up. It was the sequel movie. What was it, Requiem or something like that? Or Retribution?
I think so. Are you
I
talking
just
about
remember one of the 2000s movies got notorious for being super fucking dark. Like, you can't see shit.
I don't know. I'm gonna Google that. Because I don't know. I know, nice. I know, it kind of became...
Also, don't forget to do this, because otherwise you're not going to really be able to do anything about this machinery here.
Oh,
I know...
Inch.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, that button's busted.
Oh, we're gonna try pushing the other one.
Anyway, what's up, Pep?
I was about to say, did you check to make sure you did hit that switch up there? Because I couldn't tell if it changed or not.
Oh, don't worry. Once you flip it on the first time, it stays on.
Okay.
But it didn't really make a sound or an animation that tells you, hey, you hit the thing.
Well, I mean, the button would have
Unless
worked
it did.
otherwise, and... Oh, hello.
And there's an dance pad here, too.
Rocking out.
But, where was he going with this? What were we talking about just then? Like, I just got...
Something, we were talking about Alien vs. Predator.
Oh, that I know... Because I know we're... the French. Yes, but there's a California wine, Nikki, that you... Anyway.
Stonehenge.
It's fermented in a bottle.
We'll talk about that later. I know we were talking about the Capcom beat 'em up, but I was also thinking of like one of the old like first person shooter games. Like some of those actually were pretty decent. Like where you could play as a predator, like with like in first person, like with the heat vision.
With like
and,
the heat vision.
stuff. Yeah,
Was that the one that was also on the freaking 3DO?
I don't believe so, because it was more decent graphics. It was basically like a little bit around the time of GoldenEye almost, maybe a little bit after. But definitely around Perfect Dark's like generation, I want to say. Let me look that up.
Let me check real quick on how I'm doing on... Okay, so I'm missing the
Got
Chronicle.
480 bananas.
So, I think...
And yes, Requiem. Right here on IMDb,
Okay.
Aliens vs. Predator Requiem is a movie that has been lambasted for how poorly lit it is.
Yeah, that's the one.
With many scenes playing out in near total darkness.
Damn.
Such as this unforgettable frame of the film. Give me a second.
Let me see the frame.
And mind you, this is already with trying to like brighten it up.
Oh my god.
Good Lord almighty.
It's like, we get it. I understand what you're going for here. You want it to be a cool like silhouette moment. It really would help if you had more backlighting for the silhouette to work. Because right here, Icky, what's happening in the title of the image helps. What's supposed to be happening here is this supposed to be a cool moment. Viewers, this is a rated M thing. Don't look it up right now. What's supposed to be happening here is that's supposed to be a predator getting a double kill on two xenomorphs by like grabbing them and like blading them up the chin or whatever.
But you can't even fucking see it?
No, it just look like right there, and it just looks like at the moment, unless maybe a movement, it's better to track. But here, it just looks like two xenomorphs looking over him, like you can't even see the blade arms or anything.
You know, and I
Oh,
just
no.
realized I didn't need to leave that earlier area, I didn't need to leave that area right away, but then I realized maybe it was better for me to come here so that we can end this level on a not anticlimax.
I remember this fucking mission.
Are we actually like completely like? Is there nothing else we can do here with Tiny yet?
There is one thing we can do with Tiny, but again, I'll save that for after I'm done racing this nitwit.
Oh, look at the Icky.
Hello? No, that's not me. Hoot! I don't speak to anyone
We're
without
talking
wings.
with him.
Come back when you can fly. Hoot hoot.
Sheesh.
I can fly.
I've got the jetpack right there. I can't jetpack and play guitar at the same time, man.
But boy howdy would I like to do that!
That's just unreasonable.
You're crazy.
Alright, well that said, time for the other obnoxious flying course.
Hoot! Let's see if you can fly through my course of rings around this tree. Hoot!
So just like the racing course with the buzzard earlier, we gotta race through all of his rings.
I hate these rings. I hate these rings so much.
Honestly, it wouldn't be so bad if maybe the size of the rings weren't so small, and if the controls on Diddy's jetpack weren't so, slippery.
Or maybe if the rings were 2D sprites, but instead 3D objects, that would help a lot.
Yeah.
See you like that?
At least you're given a little bit of leeway before the owl loses his patience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to say, once he spawns like a third ring or whatever, then he's just gonna, flock off.
There's only so many hours in a night. Hoot.
He sounds anxious.
I am very sleep deprived.
I've been having these weird dreams involving this kid clad in green.
That's the wrong one.
And I say to him, "How did you understand all that, Sonny?" And he says yes. And then I say, "Did you
Hoot,
understand
I knew I
all
should
that?"
have made my tutorial speech twice, but I suppose you've earned a hoot prize.
Thank you. And he's like, and then he says yes. And then I say, "Well, did you understand this bit?" And he says
And
yes.
then he said B button, and I said, okay, then let me repeat myself.
I was game to that bit, but fair enough. That was the joke. And then just to fuck with him, I put the no where the yes has always been in the game.
No, the joke in my instance was like, oh, he literally just said B button, and I took that
Oh.
as,
Oh, I guess
gee.
he didn't understand. Much like how that chimpanzee was smacked in the face.
Yeah, this one could be a little tricky. Can you safely spam, or do you need to reload?
Oh no, you can spam. It's just a matter of making sure your aim is good.
to think, K rules forces versus the Second Amendment.
Oh my god.
The right to bear nuts.
That's pretty good.
I guess it would be beer nuts. The right to beer nuts. Anyway, the other thing that you're seeing here is that
Beer
the
nuts.
other part that makes it tricky is that it is the nuts are not a one-hit kill.
No. I mean, they're peanuts. Well, how would you react if you were shot with a nut?
I don't think any of these, the Kongs guns are one-shot kills for the critters.
I think
Not
the
even
pineapples are.
Oh yeah, the pineapple. Maybe.
Pineapples? Okay, maybe the pineapples. Fair. I mean, it's honestly one of those things where I really don't stop to think about if all of the guns actually have different, like, attributes or anything, aside from just the way they look.
Well, if you ask me, I'd think of it in the sense of, like... Okay, so DK has a gun that fires in spurts, and the song tells you it's gonna hurt if you get shot by them.
You would think.
I mean, would you feel pain by getting shot with a coconut?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. Isn't it like a scientific fact? Like some people die from a coconut just landing on their head.
Yeah. You're more likely to die from a coconut concussion than you are from a plane crash.
Right. That's why you don't sleep under coconut trees.
A durian landing on your head would likely kill you.
A durian?
Have you ever seen a durian, Nikki?
I've seen durian. I have not smelled durian.
I'm not even talking about the smell. I'm talking about the thing looks like an aggressive coconut. With
But
like
it's still a
spikes
fleshy
and stuff.
fruit.
Yeah, no, but the surface saying it is rock hard. Also, sorry, what are we doing here, James?
Ooh.
So, remember that boss that Iki and I were alluding to earlier?
It's a cycloptic spider.
Yum yum.
Delicious morsel.
Maestro.
sleepy.
Okay, there we go. So, here's the funny thing about this whole thing is, like, you know, you start the whole thing off, the mama spider's clearly enamored, all like, yum, yum. And then the moment she, you know, lowers down and unleashes her children, she's just like, alright, back to sleep.
Yep, we just need to wake her up by killing some of the babies.
So you just kill her babies,
And
shoot her in the eye.
Oh, devil damn.
yeah, no,
Yep,
dude, it's
her
like
one eye.
Okay, so getting shot with a peanut would probably sting for a moment, but I
nice.
doubt it would pierce the skin.
okay. I'm gonna say this: my grandmother. I don't think she has any more, but she used to have these pillows that were actual like goose down pillows.
Ooh.
Really?
And I did one time as a kid, like lay down and press my face into the pillow because I was tired, and one of the feathers, like pointy bits, like stuck out of the pillow and in my eye.
Oh.
So that's why the feather gun is potentially lethal, because it's like shooting a spike at you.
Right, and that's why it's a crossbow. It's like each one's like a bolt.
Lanky Kong's blowgun filled with grapes, though.
Well, they're probably seeded.
That'll give. Oh yeah, that would hurt. That I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give a pass, Icky, mainly because of that. One of my favorite YouTube videos ever, which was the edit that somebody did of a guy at a wedding getting like shot with a blow dart and just collapsing like a plank.
Well, no, it's not a blow dart, it's a grape.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the fact that it's a blow dart gun, again, I love that video, and I give it a pass for that alone.
Okay.
I'll find it for you, Icky. Hang on.
And he fell.
Even
Uh-oh.
worse, she's shrinking.
Oh no, I'm tiny.
Alright, so just beat him up like we always did.
Throw an orange.
Oh,
No,
already did
he's,
that.
Okay.
he's pathetically weak now.
And there it
Oh, my
is.
ears. Boo.
You know, compared to her baby, she just only took one of those hits. Like, that's pretty bad.
Took it like a baby.
Well, we did have to shoot her in the eye a couple times first.
Well, that said, we got 15 out of 16, not counting the blueprints.
Yep.
We're looking pretty rock solid.
Alas, we are still missing one important banana.
But that will come at a later date.
Unfortunately. Oh yeah, by the way, if you try to go into that boss room when it's still daylight, there is a gate blocking the way.
Aw.
Yeah.
I mean, it only makes sense. They're a nocturnal type.
Which makes me wonder, who put these fences here and who takes them down?
Daytime patrol?
Who lives here?
Maybe that's just the magic of Fungi Forest.
It should be called Fungi Forest instead. Because then you could at least have fun and play mini-golf.
Maybe.
That would be interesting. You know, coincidentally, wouldn't it have been something else if the entire DK crew was also invited to partake in Mario Golf back when that came out?
I mean... Wait, wasn't Diddy Kong playable in one of the games?
Not until Toadstool Tour. In fact, I think that was actually the very first time he was playable in a Mario game.
Yeah.
Well, Toadstool Tour, yeah, but...
The original game's not so much, though.
Didn't, yeah, Toadstool Tour, because I'm trying to remember, didn't Power Tennis technically come out first?
Nope. Toadstool Tour came out first, then Double Dash came out a few months later, and then Power Tennis came out about a year later.
Okay.
I remember Toadstool Tour was one of my first exposures to the Mario Golf series, if not the first.
I definitely got my start with the original, but I definitely got more mileage out of Toadstool Tour. Even
Cool.
now, considering I do think, like, they just started to smooth things out pretty well by then, and actually make a golf game fun.
Like an RPG.
Well, assuming you did go for those versions, yes. But yeah, no, I guess it is funny in retrospect, considering that, like, for the longest time, like, DK was still allowed to be in Mario games, but otherwise, like, he was, like, the lone, like, character of this entire sub-series that was still allowed, just because of, you know, veterans' benefits, if that makes any sense.
You come to
Any
think
other
it-
time that they had to implement... every other time they implemented, like, Donkey Kong-esque, like, what's the word? Like... elements like, say, the jungle aesthetic or bananas or whatever, they usually kept the Donkey Kong countryisms to a minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I remember there was, like, a special course of, holes in a Toadstool Tour specifically based around Donkey Kong. You know, it's just a jungle. And, like, every course was, like, a par 3 because the challenge was just getting the ball onto the green in one shot.
Yeah, no, that's honestly the funny thing about that whole course. It's completely it's completely removed from, like, the necessary golf courses. It's treated more like a bonus than anything. But otherwise, it's like... I also remember, like, going back to, like, say, Mario Tennis real quick, like, with the original game, they did give Donkey Kong did get a partner in that game with, like, Toad, but then one of the two hidden characters of the game was Donkey Kong Jr., and his partner was DK, so... I mean, that was, like, the only other extraneous factor that they'd allow in a Mario game up until, again, the GameCube era.
You know, I'm wondering, like, because I know we already got, like, a good majority of the Mario sports games with new installments on the Switch. If we were to see another new one come onto the Switch too, I mean, we already have Mario Kart World, but, like, of any of the sports spin-offs, what do you guys speculate the next sports spin-off will get?
To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure.
I would like to see them make an HD Mario Hoops 3-on-3.
That would be nice, though.
It'd be kind of weird without the, what
You know what?
fuck? That guy
No.
just belly flopped us.
What a jerk. But you know what? No. Iki has a point. You could possibly replicate the intricacies of the original Mario Hoops 3-on-3 with the mouse controls.
That's true.
Good.
Guess it's also a matter of if Square wants to tag along to do it again, since then weren't they the ones
You
that
just
co-made?
constantly click the button to dribble,
Also, I'm a dipshit. There's a freaking portal right here.
Right.
and you slide it around to readjust where the ball's facing, so you could avoid getting it swiped away.
Right. Like, it's just also the matter of, like, it's not just a matter of if Square wants to do it, it's also a matter of if Nintendo actually cares to bring that whole thing back.
Right. Well, I also say Square too because they were the ones that co-made Hoops 3-on-3, right?
They were the primary developers of it, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
either which way, you're gonna need...
It's why the most impressive unlockable characters you could get for that game are the White Mage, Ninja, and Black Mage classes from the original Final Fantasy.
As well as a Moogle and Cactar, if you fulfill certain conditions.
I thought Cactar was only in Sports Mix.
No.
Nope, he was there in Hoops 3-on-3, and actually he was kind of a bitch to unlock.
Yeah. Junior's Boulevard. Like, you had to play the casino stage and get 500 points in the tournament mode specifically.
Right, and that wouldn't even unlock him straight away. It would unlock the level you can find him in, because he's kind of an unorthodox character to unlock, because first you need to get, like, the desert level, which is considered, like, a bonus for one of the tournament
It's
courses,
for
whatever.
the third tournament.
It's for the third tournament, yeah. You have to unlock that first, and then afterwards, while you're playing your game, there's a very rare chance that the Cactar will sort of pop its head out from the sand. You gotta step on that, and then he runs away like a scared little Cactar, like they always are, and then you unlock him.
Yeah, like you go back to the character select and Cactar is just there.
Yeah, just doing his trademark dance.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going on in with Chunky.
Yeah, that's enough of sports and squares for now. Time for Chunky Kong to fight an old fan favorite.
Uh-oh. Chunky no likey.
Back from the depths of HE double hockey sticks, it's Dogadon, and he's pretty angry about his last failure.
He's pretty toasted, and he's standing right over a TNT. Why, Chunky? Chunky no want fight. Chunky no want die.
Chunky no worthy!
Ugh.
So, the first three phases of the fight are exactly the same as when you fought him with Diddy. Just toss a barrel at him once he lands on the ground.
Sploosh.
Okay. That's pretty normal.
Also, did you realize that this thing has dragonfly wings?
Oh yeah, no, like, that's kind of the funny thing about this whole of Dogadon's design. Like, he's obviously a lot more dragon-like, but he does still carry elements of a dragonfly, like with the wings and honestly, just the way he's like his torch. Uh-oh, that's right, he does do this too.
And that thing can destroy
hey.
the barrel if it's still on the ground.
That worked out.
Shush! I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's not pulling no punches this time.
Not this time around. He's learned.
And he's deadlier than ever.
And I mean, let's remember, the initial fight with him was, all things considered, pretty easy peasy. You knock him down 3 times and that's more or less it. But, he's toughened up a fair bit since then.
I was about to say, he's got a few sleeves up his sleeves.
He doesn't have sleeves though.
Like so.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
I don't remember how to do that one properly.
At least he stayed still long enough.
And that should be it.
That's the third hit, so unfortunately, he's still alive. And secondly, he's decided enough's enough.
He's gonna bring the house down.
If I have to go down, I'm taking you with me.
Oh, but even then, he doesn't have to go down because he's got wings.
Yeah, so unfortunately now we have a hard time limit on this boss fight. If we don't defeat him fast enough, we dunk straight into the lava.
Yep. And Chunky allergic to lava.
But,
Ooh!
thankfully, the Hunky Chunky will help us out.
Punch out!
I do believe the randomizer that Logan played did make this fight go by a lot faster.
It did? Well, how many times do you have to beat him up?
You have to beat him up a fair amount of times. Try not to take too... Don't whiff too many of your punches, because this guy takes a lot of punishment.
Yeah, the music gradually speeds up during this phase of the fight to tell you better hurry it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the randomizer tries to make it so I think you only have to do it like once or twice. Like, they reduce the amount of hits needed, but, because here, pretty much every time, unless you were, like, on your A game, you're going to be cutting it a little close.
Is he giving you, like, a rude gesture when he's doing that, by the way?
No, he's just shaking his fist like, I'll show you.
I'll show you!
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, I remember, like, with my first few playthroughs, I was always cutting this freaking fight close. Like,
Yeah.
like sometimes I even just straight up messed up and got chunky dunked.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
It's do or die, Chunky!
And he's down!
Nicely done!
Phew.
And he can't take it no more!
I'm explode with anger! We're all just fall.
I think he's dead for real now.
Come on, give us the thumbs up.
Oh, I really am on fire. Ah, f*** you!
I thought this was gonna hurt more.
You know what? I
Eh.
imagine that, like, if it wasn't for the fire obscuring it, that gesture almost did look like he was flipping you off.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of was.
He just was. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, thankfully, that's the last time we have to deal with Dogadon. His triumphant return ended not with a bang, but a whimper.
Well, with a burn.
And just like that, Fungi Forest, for now anyway, is cleared.
Yep, alas, we will have to come back to this place a little bit later. Though, you know what? Speaking of having to return to old territory.
Hmm.
Oh, and in case you were wondering what that old wheel was all about, if you pull on the lever with DK, the wheel turns and you can get the respective hints from Wrinkly.
Right,
very
we don't
weird
need
way of
all
doing
of them.
Oh,
You saw nothing.
So nothing.
Chucky's secret not revealed this time.
Not revealed this time.
Because, yeah, before we do deliver this key here to Clumsy, we gotta go back to the hub of Gloomy Galleon.
Again.
What's in the well, not in the level at least, but what's in the hub?
Still so gloomy.
Remember that blue button we encountered right
Oh,
around
the-
Oh
here?
right,
button.
yeah, we didn't know the super.
The blue button.
The Bluton. What does it unlock?
It'll open up the way down that hole,
A hole within a hole?
which we're gonna need Tiny to cross.
Because she is only tiny enough.
Exactly. There you are. Only a girl as tiny as her can fit through that hole.
Into
Onwards.
the Pepe. Now, if only you could see the hole.
Right? This really would be a good time for Glimmer to show up again.
Yeah.
And there you have
Ooh,
it.
a
All
banana.
this just for another golden banana.
Banuna.
Now just imagine being stuck, like losing all of your crystal coconuts and being stuck here.
Do you think they ever like account for that?
Yeah, the quit game button.
Yeah, that's true.
Thankfully here, the game knows not to drain your resources.
You're right, Icky. I could just stop playing. How can we play another
Yeah, who
game?
needs video games when you got stick and ball?
Stick and ball. A classic tradition.
Dude, I could be reading.
A Gunga tradition.
Gunga tradition?
A Gunga tradition. Stick and ball.
Gunga bunga.
Bunga bunga. Jeez. Okay, let's go give Clumsy the
Gunga liked
key,
the
and then we'll
sound
get on
and
with it.
wanted to hear it
Go
again.
to another stage, which I'm going to be very happy to see how Tag Anywhere changes it for the better.
Aye.
Because that's the thing, like, I think Tag Anywhere just improves every level. Just I can't think of a single
Only
level that's...
3 more to go.
I can't think of a level that's not improved with it.
Again, it really is just down to the matter that you don't have to worry about the freaking tag barrel anymore with this thing.
Anyways, we unclogged DK's ears.
Oh, thank you.
Now you can
Thank
hear
you,
everything.
Clumsy. Ooh,
Oh,
what's this?
It's another twofer.
Hey.
That was Patrick's house we just blew up.
Damn.
Damn.
We'll get a new one.
Dang, Patrick's homeless again.
He got dead again.
Just add in a Patrick Yell of your choice when that thing explodes.
Just pick your just pick your flavors. Yeah, James, we got 2 more levels unlocked for us.
Yep, the one inside the DK Isle's ear and the one in that cannon behind Kalumzi's prison. That being said, though, we're going to be going straight into DK's earlobe first and foremost, because that one will lead to what I would say is probably the not quite climactic level of the two, Crystal Caves.
Okay. Sounds good then.
See you next time when we explore the inner machinations of Donkey Kong's mind.
And maybe then you'll come to realize just how crystal clear he truly is.
Aww.
In the Crystal Caves.
Till next time.
Bye.
Okay.